What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Malcolm Miller. Now, on social media, it's a large group of women who use the feminist movement to fit their narrative or whatever agenda they want to fit, or to demonize black men, and to make it where you can't even criticize them for something that they should be criticized about. Prime example, I can say something about like Black China doing something like finessing men and talking to younger dudes and taking advantage of dudes that are weak in mind state. And a woman will say something like, men do it all the time. Instead of acknowledging that your sister is wrong, instead of owning up to the fact that your sister is wrong, you will try to deflect and say that like, oh, why when women do it, we got to be all type of this and that. Why we got to be clowned and objectified. Why we got to get talked about like that when men do it all the time. No. See, that's not, we're not going to do that. Don't try to deflect the situation. See, I'm all about accountability. You got to be accountable for your actions. Whatever you do, you got to be held responsible for. So if your sister is out here acting foul, I can call her out on it, and don't mean that I'm trying to dog her out or clown her out. I'm pointing out something that she should be pointed out for, or she should be singled out about. You know what I mean? So just because I call that out does not mean I'm a hateful man. I'm trying to belittle a woman or whatever. I'm not calling them out their name at all. Nor do you ever gonna see me calling no B or no hoe or nothing like that. I don't never call them out their name or nothing like that on social media. But I'm gonna call her out if she out here clowning out and don't nobody else really say nothing about it. I'm gonna be the one to talk. Even if they do say something about it, I'm gonna get my input too. Because a lot of people, other people get their input out, you know, when other things are going on in the celebrity media world or whatever. So we can talk about that too. But don't use this feminist movement to fit your agenda to say that we can never criticize y'all. If we try to criticize y'all, we bad men, or we being evil to women, or we talking down on women, and we just hating women. Like, stop all this BS. It's getting on my nerves. Like, you can't even point out a woman, say a woman is like using a man for money, and she gonna say, well, men do it. What if a man do it? Y'all wouldn't say nothing like that. Y'all like, what? Acknowledge that this woman is foul and low down, and recognize it for it being what it is. And then you got some people in the feminist agenda. Like, I remember on the Breakfast Club, some women went up there and was like, black men are the leading cause of death in black women. Like, stop it. That don't even sound accurate. Like, is it something, it sounds like a fact she pulled out the sky to fit her agenda to try to say that black men are like being evil or demonic. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of black men out here, and men in general, who are foul, who do some terrible, disgusting things. But just for the amount of black men that do that, it's a whole bunch of great black men that I know that love black women, that date black women, marry black women, and treat them great. I got friends that I know of that do it all the time. You know what I mean? A group of my friends. So I don't get this whole demonization of trying to flip something, use the feminist narrative to flip something in your favor where we can't even criticize y'all. We can't say anything because we being looked at as clownish, or we trying to hate on a woman. That's just, come on, man. It's crazy to me, man. That's just like, that's ridiculous to even do something or say something like that. Like, let's be real. If I was to get on social media right now and I was to point out something that, like, and I gotta, these women like this are like on my friends list and Facebook and all that. So if I was to say something right now about something a famous woman did, it's always gonna be a woman to try to come out and deflect it and say, well, men do it all the time. Now, let's be real. We flip it back, switch it to a situation where, that's like when I pointed out R. Kelly. This is some bull. Like when I pointed out what R. Kelly was doing with them girls, them young girls. And then y'all come out and say, well, Hugh Hefner did it, as if that make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right. So why the hell are you bringing that up? Like, what do that got to do with that? That has nothing to do with that. He wrong too. But right now, we talking about R. Kelly. Like I'm saying, I'm talking about your sister right now. So anything that one of my brothers did, if it was wrong, I'm going to own up to it. I'm going to say it's wrong. You going to see me call him out before y'all do. I called out R. Kelly before a lot of other women do. You know what I'm saying? So It just killed me, man. How people try to flip the feminist movement to fit their narrative and try to demonize a lot of black men. Like, stop it. If your sister wrong, she wrong. Y'all point it out. It go both ways. Especially if you want things to be equal, you know?